Okay, so I have my strips cut and I have the batting put on them. And I have them labeled so I make sure I keep them in the right order. So what I need to do now is like before when I made the other rug, I have to, make tubes. And I use this little tube maker here. And so that's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to make sure it's even. Even as I can get it. Okay. All right. So instead of having one great big long tube that was, the last one was like 50 yards, these are just all in segments. I think the largest one I have is like 33 inches. So I just need to make, put all 29 segments into a tube and then just sew them. So that's what I'll be doing this time. Okay, so I'm just gonna do a straight stitch, just down the middle, to hold everything together. Making sure I keep everything stacked on top of each other. I just need to lower that. I don't need to go that fast. I had it going fast when I was winding my bobbins and I forgot to turn it down. Yeah, this is kind of like more like how I go. Kind of like I take my time, do what I gotta do. So that's what I'm gonna do. Just make all these tubes. And then once I have all the different, the 29 tubes, then I stitch them together. But first let me go through and get all these together, and then I'll show you what they look like. Okay, well I have all my tubes sewn together. So now I need to sew all of this together. And that's done in like sections. Because like the first 10 are like 33 inches, and then it goes down to 32, 31, 30, 29, all the way down till I get to like 14 inches. So I sew the groups that are the same size together, and then after I do that, then I just sew the whole thing together in one piece. So let me go ahead and group these up and get those sewn, and I'll show you what it looks like. Okay, so I have strips 1 and 2, and those are the ones that I'm going to be joining together. So let me just take these clips off. And when I join them together, let me see, when I join them together, there's this open part here, and then there's the folded part here. So I butt up a folded to an open like so. And then I'm going to take and put this in my machine and see where they come together. That's going to be the center, and that's where I'm going to keep my needle right on that center there, and then I'm going to zigzag it closed. So that's what I'm going to do here. So I just put this into the machine, line it up. Put this string here, let me get that out of the way. And then I just, Well, you don't do that. I didn't have it all the way. Let's try that again, Debbie. There we go. So let me take a couple little stitches just to hold this in place. I want to make sure it's lined up straight. Okay, now I can do what I gotta do. So yeah, so I'm just gonna hold this, and I'm just going to just hold it into place like this, just like I did my rug. I'm not gonna push it, I'm not gonna put any pressure in pulling it. I'm just gonna let it gently just stay together, and then I'm gonna go all the way down with my zigzag stitch, keeping my, keeping my presser foot in the center where they come together. Then I'm going to go all the way down, and then I'm going to do that to all 29 tubes, put them all together. So let me do that, and then I'll show you what it looks like. Okay, well, it's all sewn into one big piece, so that's what I've done here. So the next thing to do is I need to take the pattern, which is this, the pattern, and then I need to cut this out, and then I will place the cutout piece on top of this, and then I'll cut out the shape of the rug, and then I'll be ready to put the binding on. So let me do that, and I'll show you what it looks like. Okay, so it's all finished. So I am going to put it in the bathroom, and let's see what it looks like. Okay, this is what it looks like. Turned out really, really nice. Zoom in a little bit. Real pretty. I'm really happy with it. I want to thank you for watching, and I'll talk to you again soon. Bye for now.